Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing my second ever writing vlog, so if you are a writer just like me and that sounds interesting to you, then please stick around and stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get started. So basically, last writing vlog I went over my writing goals for the fall and for the winter, and since then it has been fall. And now I'm gonna go over my goals for the winter once again, but I'm also just going to change a few things and add more, and share my progress from the fall, since I actually did accomplish quite a lot during the fall, and I am quite proud of myself. In a very, not egotistical way. I'm not trying to, brag, I'm just trying to, talk, first of all, because, I am a student, right? I have school, so I want to give y'all guys some tips about how y'all can write more during school and manage your time well with writing and art and whatever else y'all might be into. Because I know that's something that I really struggle with. I always cry and am so depressed because I barely ever have any time to do anything. But if I have the ability to help y'all out, then I would 100% love to do that. Because I wouldn't want anyone else to have to go struggling through the same things that I'm struggling through, managing time and all that great stuff. So yeah, that's the primary reason why I'm doing this. But also just so that if you are a writer person like me, then you can have someone to talk to. I know since there's barely any other people that I know in real life who like to write, I love having other people who I can talk about my stories to, and we can just share ideas and stuff and talk about our writing processes and all that great stuff. So I want my YouTube channel to be a safe space for you to do that. Feel free to tell me about your works and progresses in the comments down below, and I'm sure that I would be so unbelievably excited to hear about them, because I'm sure that they are so amazing and creative and imaginative. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Basically, earlier I had finished off my books 3 and 4, and I wanted to write my book 5, but I was like, hey, school's about to start, so what if I just write something a little bit shorter instead in case I don't have enough time? So that is where I wrote my musical. But I was actually able to write my musical in only 4 or so days, because I have this incredible creative talent where I can just think of songs instantly. I am really good at just coming up with rhymes and stuff. That's why I like writing songs and writing poems. I'm really good at writing poems that have rhymes and stuff like that. So since plays are basically just the dialogue and the stage directions as opposed to a whole entire story, I was able to write that way faster than I could have ever written anything else. So yeah, I wrote my musical. That I've actually shared the least details about, probably because it's the most out there type thing. I have 2 main series, but this is not part of one of those series. This is just a standalone type thing that I want to go introduce to my theater directors, and hopefully we'll be able to perform it as an actual show in real life. But the musical is about 16,000 words long. It's 16,540, but I care less about the word count for the musical than the actual stories, because it doesn't really matter. It just depends on how fast the actors are able to do the scenes and stuff and sing the songs and all that great stuff. But yeah, the first scene that I did, of course, was that musical, and I did that during the beginning of August. Then during the middle of August and the later half, I started writing my book 5. And basically, I did not have very much time over the weekend, so I had to basically plot out my whole entire book while I was at school. My school is I don't want to be rude, and I know that's how it's gonna come out, but my school is super duper dumb, and they have this absolutely ridiculous schedule this year where we have absolutely nothing to do from 11:30 to 1:15. So there's literally 2 hours in the middle of the day where we literally don't do anything. So I was I wonder if I can just make this my writing time, go to the cafeteria, get my lunch, go to the library, and just start writing, So that's what I've been doing. I've been using that as my writing time almost every single day. Because an important thing if you are a writer is that you cannot write only on the weekends. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, that's what I did last year, and I went almost mentally insane. Because think about it. You have 4 weeks every month, you have 2 weeks per weekend, so if you only wrote on the weekends, you would only have 8 days to write every single month, as opposed to like the 30 or so if you just wrote every day regardless. So if you write only 8 days out of the month, then in order to get anything done, you have to write like 10,000 words per day, and I was like, heck nah, bro. So I was able to reduce that amount by like a lot if I just wrote every single day, writing at school. But if you go to a normal school where they don't just have 2 hours in the middle of the day where you do nothing, then what you should do is probably either wake up earlier so that you can do more stuff in the morning, or just like stay awake a little bit later. My parents do not like me staying awake that long, but basically you just have to really mitigate how much time you have throughout the day. If you have 30 minutes extra, right? Like if you're in your car riding back home, if you're like waiting on the bus to pick you up, if you're like waiting for your brother or sister to get done with their sports practice or like their music class or ballet or whatever else you're doing, if you have any amount of time that you're just like waiting, you better be doing something, because like that's the only way that you're ever gonna be able to get writing time. But yeah, basically by writing during school mostly, I was able to write book 5 of my series, and that was actually the longest book I have ever written before. My previous one had been around 86,000 words, and that was like at least like 25,000 more than the previous, because the previous had only been like 50,000 words. But this book 5 that I wrote earlier, it was literally over 90,000 words, which is like an absolute world record for me. It's the longest I've ever wrote in the history of my writing career. And it was 91,763 words. So that was pretty intense. Then I decided to write my book 6, which also I wrote during the school day. And I wrote this one mostly during September. So I started like in the middle of September, and then I ended like in the early October, which is what time I am filming this video. But that one was also very, very long. I was able to mitigate my time very well and do all of that great stuff. And I was able to make that one 90,391 words. So yeah, that was very, very impressive. And like that span of a few months alone, I got like almost 200,000 words. So that was very, very good. But I'm mostly going to be talking about my goals moving forwards. So what I'm going to do, I told y'all in the last vlog that I planned on doing book 7 for NaNoWriMo and then book 8 later, which I was thinking about changing a little bit because at first I was not very excited for book 7. I was like, there's nothing special about this one. Because for my other books, it had been either like the characters or the conflict or the aesthetic or the vibes or the relationship. Any of those things that had just been like so outstandingly special and unique to that one book. But this book 7, I didn't really have anything cool to like latch onto and make me like super duper excited and hyped to write that story. But now I am very, very excited because I have decided to incorporate the whole entire like jungle theme, vibe, and aesthetic, and that just gets me like really pumped. I don't know why. I love the jungle vibes. So jungle aesthetic is going to carry me through. I'm going to do book 7 for NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is the most intense writing event of the year. If you're a writer, you probably already know about it. It's National Novel Writing Month, which takes place during the month of November. It's hosted on an online website. You can go there and track your word count throughout the month. Basically, you have to write the 50,000 words in the span of 30 days, which is around 1,666 words per day. So I participated in that last year writing my SOM book. That's what I'm going to call it for now because that's the acronym for the name. And That had been one of my longest books at the time, but I was really happy with finishing that one. I actually finished it like 2 weeks early, I think, so maybe I'll be able to write something longer for this one. But I am so unbelievably excited for this one, and I cannot wait to do it. And the next one I'm going to be writing, which I'm going to be doing during the month of December, or possibly in the month of November if I finish the other one earlier, that is going to be my book 8, which if you have already heard me talking about this before, which I'm probably 100% certain you have, my series is an 8-book series, sort of like Harry Potter, so this is going to be the last book of the series. This is going to be the grand finale, epic showdown. It is going to be so exciting. So initially I wanted to write that one for NaNoWriMo, but I decided that instead I'm going to wait until December because that is when the new year comes in, and I think it would be amazing to finish off my series just as I'm finishing off the year, and then I'll be able to start a new series in the new year. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be writing book 8 during the month of December, or possibly during November if I have enough time to do so. Then, later, I don't really know if I'm gonna have time in December after all this is done, if I'm gonna like have any room left in my schedule, but either during December if I finish early, or January if I finish on time or later, I want to write a Christmas special book. If it's not Christmas time by the time that I start writing this, I might push it back a little bit farther. Because I want to write a Christmas book around Christmas time. Because, like, that's just a really cool thing to do, you know? Like, people always write their Christmas romances at Christmas time, and, like, it's such an aesthetic, you know? It's such a vibe. But I want to write my Christmas book around Christmas time. So, depending on if I'm able to do that, I will do that or not. And I also want to write out the book version of the musical that I wrote earlier this year. So basically, I just changed my musicals into books. That is what I did for one of mine. Cause one of mine, I just like was really stuck on it. I don't know why. Like I literally did not know what to do or how to like advance it forward. So I was just like, hey, what if I just write it out as a musical and then I transfer it into a book later? And that's what I did, and it ended up really helping me. So I was actually very grateful that I decided to do that. So hopefully if I do that for this one, it'll also be such smooth and swift sailing. But yeah, after that I'm going to have to brainstorm for my other few series. I have some ideas regarding like werewolves and dragons that'll be really cool, so stick around for that. But that'll all be announced during the 2025 season. Cause can you believe that 2024 is almost over? I can barely believe it, guys. Like, I feel like 2024 just started like yesterday or like a week ago. It has gone by so unbelievably fast. And I just feel like I'm getting old because like every year that I get older, it goes by faster and faster. It's that phrase, you know, like the days get longer, but the years get shorter. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of intense. But anyways, if you would like to watch more writing vlogs and writing videos, learn more about my writing journey, and learn more about how to help you along yours with my tips and tricks and advice, please click that subscribe button so that you will get notified every time that I post a new video. I post videos very frequently. I post multiple long-form videos every single week, and I post multiple short-form videos every single day. So even if I don't have a writing-themed video, you will always have something fun and interesting to watch. I am so sorry that I have been failing to do my writing videos very often. I just literally like don't have enough ideas or enough like time to do them on top of all the art related content. Cause I mean the art is obviously like my #1 priority, cause most people who watch my channel watch me for the art, but I'm trying not to neglect my writer friends that badly. I'm trying to make more writing content, so yeah. Hopefully that's something that we can do in the future, moving into 2025. I can have more writing content for y'all guys to watch. But yeah, I will have my NaNoWriMo vlog video coming out soon, and hopefully I'll also have my how to write action scenes video requested by Reality coming out soon as well, that you can watch, and I will have linked in the description once they both come out. But anyways, I hope that y'all all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later. Good luck on your writing journeys. I wish you all the best, and always remember that I love you, and goodbye. Eat more waffles.